this discovery set from the House of the Nam was one of the things that I had on my wish list that I gave to my husband of things that I wanted for my birthday. So I was really, really happy and excited to get it. And yes, even though I scrapped my first impression of these fragrances, I think that this video is going to be even better because I've had time to sit with these fragrances for a couple of days, particularly on my skin because they smell different on my skin than they do on paper. So the discovery set that I had on my birthday wish list is chapter 1, Enchanting Vietnam. They have two discovery sets. This one and the second chapter is Memories of Japan. Definitely planning on checking that one out as well. So this is what the discovery set looks like. Each one is paying homage to the culture of Vietnam, the food, their nature, the flora, the earth, rice. Inside of this set is this insert that tells you a little something about each fragrance as well as the notes. So on the front of the insert is a poem from Robert Frost. I think it's called A Path in the Woods. So it's the one that goes two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. So I'm guessing this is a personal um passage for the Danam founder. It says, "Welcome to our debut collection, Chapter 1, Enchanting Vietnam. Each of the nine fragrances, that's right, nine, nine sample fragrances in this set. So it says each of the nine fragrances in this collection is a deeply personal memory meticulously crafted by a group of Vietnamese creative artisans and perfumers on a mission to preserve and celebrate Vietnam's rich heritage." So the other thing that I loved about this set is that it comes with tester strips with each of the fragrances, each of the names of the fragrances printed on each one. I didn't have to do anything but rip off each of these tester strips as I tested each fragrance. And I love that. I think that it is genius, particularly for fragrance content creators doing first impressions. I don't have any discovery sets yet in my collection that have their own tester strips with the name of each fragrance on each one. So bravo, House of Denam, for that. So before I get started, I do want to invite those of you who have been watching Zenesthetic for a while and not subscribed to go ahead and click on the subscribe button down below so that you're notified each and every time I drop a video on my channel. So now with that out of the way, I can go ahead and give you my impressions of this chapter 1 discovery set from the House of Denam, Enchanting Vietnam. So I've actually gone ahead and put these fragrances back in the order that they arrived. And we're going to start with white rice. So the top notes of white rice are rice and something called pandan. The heart notes are orris and jasmine, and the base notes are white musk, cedarwood, and tonka bean. So, from what I recall about white rice, it is the most light wearing fragrance, one of the most light wearing fragrances in this collection. I put down that on the skin, this is amazing, smooth, woody, savory, butteriness, soothing, steamy, a bit suede like, sexy, and the perfect unisex fragrance. So white rice doesn't stay on paper for very long, so I'm not going to bother picking up the original strip, the tester strip that came with this discovery set. I'm going to spray it on another tester strip. Yeah, on paper, I get the jasmine, the sort of slight steaminess of the jasmine rice note. It's very nice, but it's subtle. It's definitely a skin scent. Um, there's a bit of freshness to this, but mostly, oh, it's just a satisfying, sweetness of the jasmine. I really like this one. However, most of these fragrances are light wearing fragrances. They're not super strong. There are a couple in here that give more projection than the others, but they're relatively moderate wearing fragrances. This was a nice first opener fragrance to this set. Really pleasant. Hard not to like this fragrance. So the butteriness I think I'm getting is from the Oris. Pandan, I feel, is a little bit, I read a little bit about it. It's sort of like a sweet, nutty fragrance, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I like this one so much. It's so good. And like I said, it's a little suede like, just very softly. And that's why I feel like it's a really good unisex fragrance because there's a soft, subtle sweetness to this, but also a woodiness and a muskiness that's just also a little bit, unisexy. So the second fragrance in this set is Monsoon Tea. Now this one I remember is quite bold. This is one of the more projecting ones. And the description for Monsoon Tea is Monsoon Tea captures the tranquil moment of savoring green tea after a rainstorm. Brewing Vietnamese tea is a unique process which begins with selecting young tea leaves, followed by swift boil to create a drink that is light, bright, and refreshing. As the rain subsides, every spray of monsoon tea is a sip of optimism, clarity, and renewal. So the top notes of monsoon tea are bergamot, petitgrain, lime, and the heart notes are green tea leaves and muguet. The base notes are amber, musk, and vetiver. Woo! Oh goodness, that tea note, that green tea note is powerful. It's packing quite a punch in the opening. It's sweet. It's really good though. Earthy, green. I was on the fence about this when I first smelled it, but now smelling it again and after smelling it on my skin, I like this. Not necessarily one I would pick up, but I do like it and appreciate it as a fragrance. It's really well done. It's actually more bold in the opening. It's kind of like exactly how they describe it. As it dries down, it's more like refreshing and bright and sweet. It's really nice. I think this is a fragrance that I kind of feel like I would smell in a spa. It's very relaxing, energizing, and yet relaxing at the same time. If that makes sense. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that burst of lime. Is it lime? Yeah, definitely getting the bergamot and the lime in the opening and with the green tea leaves. And there's definitely musk in this. Um, this is really nice. I mean, if you're someone who likes green tea and that description resonates with you, that is exactly what you're getting in this fragrance. So, in my notes for monsoon tea, I put fresh, green, citrusy, hint of mintiness, woody, aromatic, robust, green tea heart, intense, slightly citrusy. I said not one I feel I would reach for often. This is a kind of fragrance you have to be in the mood for. You have to kind of like be in the mood for it, but I really like it. I think it's really well done. So the third fragrance in this set is called In the Garden. In the Garden is a tribute to the Vietnamese garden inspired by fond memories of our founder's visits to his grandmother in the countryside. The top notes of In the Garden are petitgrain, pear, and neroli. The mid notes are jasmine and Rangoon creeper, and the base notes are sandalwood, amber, and coconut. Yeah, very heavy neroli, bit earthy. I'm sure as it dries down, some of the other notes in this will come forth, but the neroli is definitely too much for me. If you are a neroli lover, I would definitely suggest getting your nose on this because I really do feel like it lasts quite some time. This is another one that I feel is, a little bit more than moderate, pretty bold because of the neroli, but I like it, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of heavy neroli fragrances in general, but it's not a bad fragrance. It's just is not one that's for me. However, if you like neroli, if you like a bit of earthiness along with that too, I think that comes with the muguet and the petitgrain maybe, then I would definitely get your nose on this fragrance. Um Sandalwood, amber, and coconut. I wish that I could say I was getting more of the coconut. And again, I think that it's really well kind of like mixed in the base of the notes for this fragrance, the coconut, but the star of this for me is really the neroli. Yeah, I didn't make any notes on this fragrance, but I think that those are my only notes. Heavy on the neroli. It's nice, but it's not for me. And that one again is in the garden. So the fourth fragrance in this discovery set is one of my favorites, one of my first favorites, and this one is called Harvest Season. So it says Harvest Season EDP embodies the enchanting spirit of Vietnam's countryside during the rice harvest season. Imagine yourself walking along these rustic lanes, immersed in fields of sun kissed golden straw. The sun shines brightly overhead, aroma of drying straw fills your senses. Surrounding farmers toil with unwavering dedication, basking in the prosperity of a fruitful harvest. So the top notes of harvest season are grapefruit, orange, and pink pepper. The heart notes are rice straw, rose, and violet. And the base notes are vetiver and patchouli. This is the kind of orange note that I like. Just so freaking relaxing, bright, citrusy, energizing, and relaxing at the same time again. I actually, for my birthday, went to a Korean day spa. This is my third time at this spa. I think I'm a spa girly. I think I am a spa person. I love being in the water. I love, um, you know, practices of self care in the spa, bathing, soaking, massaging, exfoliating. I love it all. I love it. And this, oh my God, this goes so perfect. I can see this as an essential oil that would be used to give massages. I don't know why. I mean, it's called harvest season. It's about the harvest season, but I just really, when I smell this, I'm like, definitely getting the sun kissed vibes though. Definitely getting the sun filtering through the feels for sure. It's that grapefruit too. That grapefruit with the orange. If you don't get a burst of wake up in the morning from that opening, I might check your pulse. But it's not crazy like punch you in the face. It's very just sort of like it kind of grows in a very like manageable, wearable way, that's not shocking to your senses. It's just enlivening. It's just refreshing. The rice note in this, the rice straw. Okay, rice straw. I might be getting that. I've never smelled rice straw before, but I definitely got a little bit of the rose. The violet, I'm not sure I get much violet from this, but definitely the vetiver and the patchouli. It is fantastic. I want to say for like if you're jumping out of the shower in the morning and you just want something refreshing and bright but soothing and it's slightly woody as well. Like, love this. Love this. Hope you're still with me. We are on to the fifth fragrance in this discovery set, and this is called Phu Quoc. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but this is the name of an island off the coast of Vietnam. That's the inspiration for this fragrance. So it says Phu Quoc EDP pays tribute to the captivating island of Phu Quoc, located on the southern coast of Vietnam. Beyond a fresh marine scent, Phu Quoc EDP presents its unique character by infusing a distinctive local twist with essence of green peppercorn and native woods. This fragrance beautifully captures the natural splendor of Phu Quoc's beaches and its rich biosystem. So the top notes of Phu Quoc are green peppercorn, citrus, and galbanum. The mid notes are oceanic notes, muguet, and orange flower. And the base notes are cedarwood, amber, and vetiver. I don't really remember this one so much, like what I thought of it. Yeah, fresh, marine, green, and woody are what I get from Phu Quoc. It is definitely giving you that sense of being on a beach and the breeze on a beach. But again, it's very green, very fresh. And most of these, by the way, are unisex fragrances that I can see a man or a woman wearing. There is one coming up that I think leans a little bit more feminine, but for the most part, most of the fragrances in this collection, the Enchanting Vietnam Discovery set, most of them are, I feel, really good unisex fragrances. So Phu Quoc, don't love it, don't hate it, not my favorite. Definitely recommend if you like or are looking for a breezy, green, freshy kind of fragrance. Yeah, this one to me was just it's good, but it's not my favorite. So, but I do appreciate it. I think it's another well done fragrance in this set. Nothing here is really like repulsive to me. I think Neroli was the only one that came off a little bit strong. This one, like I said, is just fresh, it's green. It might even be more likable to me in the dry down as opposed to the opening, but it's fine. It's a fine, fresh, green marine fragrance. So the sixth fragrance is the one that I feel is more feminine leaning of all the fragrances in this collection, actually, and it's called Dalat. This is a rose fragrance. In fact, the picture here for Dalat depicts a rose. It has juniper berries, cypress, and red wine at the top. In the mid, it has rose, magnolia, and peony. And in the base, it has cedarwood, cypriol, and musk. So I think it's the juniper berry, the cypress, and the red wine at the top of this, as well as the cypriol in the base, that really make this rose fragrance unique. Ooh, okay. So first thing I get is sort of like a shampooey, soft shampooey kind of vibe, and then it becomes like balsamic, slightly bitter, slightly bitter. And of course, whenever anybody describes a opening of a rose fragrance being slightly bitter or balsamic, we think about the Lina La Rose by Parfums de Marly, which this is absolutely not. But that quality, that balsamic sort of like bitterness, is there. And I really like it. But you know what else it is? Like I said, that red wine at the top. Oh, I really like this fragrance. This is a unique, sexy, romantic, sweet, really good rose fragrance. Oh, I like this. And I mean, yeah, this is a good one. Very nice. I've only worn it on skin the one time. I haven't worn it out yet. Musky, sweet, slightly bitter, slightly greenish, slightly resinous. So my notes for Delat are woody, floral, fresh, fruity, rosy, resin. Good projection. I don't know to say that like the full like longevity of it. It goes from fruity to balsamic to sexy to musky, sweet. This is definitely my second favorite of this set. Yeah, after harvest season, Delat. So the seventh fragrance is the first fragrance that I tried in this set before I even did my first impression, because I was just like, ooh, I just want to get a sense of what this set is going to be like. So that fragrance is called Through the Forest. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. I haven't even been showing these, but Because if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know I'm a nature lover. I love the forest. I love the trees. I love the smell of the pine needles and the dirt and everything in between that I don't even know what it is. So this is Through the Forest. It says Through the Forest tells the story of Vietnamese men venturing deep into the forest in search of prized oud. Before each trip, they kindle incense at their ancestral altar, praying for safety and fruitful voyage. This fragrance transports you into the heart of Vietnam's jungle as sense of oud beckons. It's an ode to exploration, reverence, and the treasure hidden within nature's embrace. So the top notes are elemi, black pepper, and saffron. The mid notes are incense, spices, and tobacco. And the base notes are oud, sandalwood, and vanilla. So right off, you get, or at least I get, oh, okay, what smells like the forest to me, I know is like it's pine needles, it's saffron, it's earthy, it's so good. It's the wood. So this is a fragrance that I imagine would be marketed probably towards men, probably would be described as more masculine leaning than feminine, but I would still 100% wear this. And it has a freshness to it too. So it's not like heavy dark oud in my opinion. It's fresh, it's woody, it's earthy. It's got oud, sandalwood, and vanilla in the base, which is interesting. Um, Oud and sandalwood, I'm used to being in the base notes of fragrances like this. Vanilla, it's different. I just love this fragrance. I can't. Does this have tobacco in it? Does it say anything about tobacco? I don't think so. Or does it? Yeah, I'm getting the tobacco as well. Incense, spices, tobacco in the mid. So good. So good. Fragrances are for everyone, man or woman, anyone in between the gender spectrum. If you like these kinds of notes, definitely try Through the Forest. If you're a woman who enjoys notes like this, like I do, this is so freaking good. Now, there are qualities about this that remind me of a little bit of something that I smelled from the Commodity Archives discovery set, but this is softer. This is something that I would definitely wear. This is something that I would definitely want a full bottle of in addition to harvest season. Mm. Yeah, I really enjoy this. I really, really enjoy Through the Forest. It's so typical of me, but there you have it. It is a walk in the forest, all up and through the forest. I love it. Okay, so the second to last fragrance is one I was really intrigued to put my nose on, and this one is called Pho Breakfast. So this is also a homage to a Vietnamese breakfast. It says the Pho Breakfast captures the experience of savoring beef pho, Vietnam's national dish. This fragrance mirrors the dish's core ingredients, echoes the warmth of spice blend, and weaves in hints of fresh herbs like basil and cilantro. While not a literal translation, Faux Breakfast invites you to appreciate the dish's complex symphony of aromas and tastes. So the top notes of Faux Breakfast are star anise, charred ginger, and fresh basil. The mid notes are cilantro, cardamom, and grapefruit. The base notes are patchouli and cedarwood. Wow. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my goodness. I don't know how they do this. I don't know how they do it. But they nailed it with the spices in this, the cilantro and the cardamom and the grapefruit. This is so good. The ginger, the basil, citrusy, minty, cilantro, ginger, the warmth and sweetness of the cardamom. This is fantastic. This is an incredible, just an incredibly done fragrance. Faux Breakfast is an absolute hit. I don't know where you would wear a fragrance like this, but if you've never smelled anything like this, even if these notes don't sound up your alley, it's worth putting your nose on. This has been such a fantastic offering of scents so far, and this one being second to last, curation of this, top notch. So last but not least is Vietnamese Coffee. This is the ninth fragrance in the Enchanted Vietnam set. This is one that I've heard a bunch about, but I heard that it's very strong and it's not for everybody, and they were absolutely right. What I think is the thing about this fragrance that can be polarizing to some and is a little bit of a struggle for me too is the bitter green note in this. So the top notes are roasted coffee, the heart notes are dark chocolate, condensed milk, and muguet, and the base notes are tonka bean, amber, and cedarwood. So for me, the sweetness and the creaminess comes in right along with that green bitterness. Then the coffee. Ooh, girl, I love a coffee note and fragrance. So if you don't, this is definitely not for you. I love Mancera Zamora Cafe, Brown Girl Jeans, Casino, and the coffee note in this with the chocolatiness is so good, so addictive, so just perfectly dark without being too heavy, but also just, like I said, a little addictive. So good. I mean, just to smell that dark, roasted, Robusta coffee bean, amazing. But the bitterness, I can see it, it wears a little weird on my skin. Again, this is the first impression. I've only had it on my skin once so far. I'm gonna just see what occasion I can wear this on my skin and report back about how I feel it wears on my skin because that bitterness can go a way that is not the best on skin. Like I can see that being something that turns people off, even if you like these kinds of notes, but it is so good and soothing and satisfying if you're a person who likes coffee notes. I don't even drink coffee, but I have loved the smell of it for a long time. And so enjoying the smell of Vietnamese coffee, it's very satisfying. So that is it for me. This has been my impressions of the Enchanting Vietnam Discovery set from the House of Danam. I am so glad to finally get my nose on this first chapter of fragrances in this amazingly curated discovery set with nine fragrances, samples of nine fragrances from this house. Will let you know whether or not you are into the Danam DNA. I think I really, really like it. I can't wait to try Memories of Japan. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've tried anything out from this Vietnamese fragrance house, and what you thought of them, whether you liked any, what were your favorites, or if you're curious about trying them after hearing my impressions in this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Zen Aesthetic if you enjoy content like this. I hope that you do. And don't forget to click on the thumbs up button down below if you like this video. And I cannot wait to see you in my next one soon. But while you wait, why don't you just check out some more of the videos on my channel here at Zen Aesthetic. Bye.